I just looked those guys in the eye, and that was hard to do. For those seniors, I wanted it so badly for them, and down the stretch they made a lot more plays than we did, especially from that 8 to 4 minute mark. But I told them, everybody needs to look in the mirror and figure out what we can do a little bit better. I probably could have managed the game just a little bit better and maybe come up with a different adjustment defensively on Javon Small, get it out of his hands so he's not beating us. But credit to them. Sometimes in moments it feel like they want it just a little bit more than us, and then there's moments that it felt like we wanted a little more than them. So it was back and forth affair and a heck of a game, but we have a narrow margin of error, and it's always a possession battle. I think they got 7 more shots than we did, and that's even after we had 6 more offensive rebounds. So what it boils down to is 16 turnovers, and that's a huge part of the recipe for our success is limiting turnovers and winning that possession battle, and we didn't do that tonight.
Coach, do you feel like there was a moment maybe where things turned, I guess, where West Virginia kind of took this game?
I think it was a culmination of several moments, really. I don't think there was, you look back to the Morgantown game, and I remember exactly when that momentum just shifted. But, it just kind of it was a grinding effect. They just kind of kept on grinding us, and their pressure, I think, really started to bother us to where we weren't, playing as much north-south. We were playing east-west and kind of on our heels, and they kind of got us turned around with their ball pressure. But, credit to them, it seemed like when they needed to get a bucket, somebody stepped up and made a play for them. You look at their box score, 10, 12, 6, 18, 6, 4, 12, 3. Everybody was out there producing for them. And the game plan really was to take Javon Small out of it, but we had a hard time doing that regardless.
Coach, that's kind of what I wanted to ask was just what did you think of the effort from Javon tonight? I mean, he made a couple of big plays there late in that game.
He's got my vote. He is an ultimate winner. When I saw him last year at Oklahoma State and coached against him at Oklahoma State, he had a big 3 against us late. And it was a very similar game that I managed in Stillwater against him. And he hit a critical 3 late. I felt like he hit that critical 3 late against us again. And no, he's a winner. He's a winner, and he plays the game the right way, and he doesn't force things when he doesn't have to, and a lot of people are throwing a lot of different guys at him and being really physical with him, and he keeps on producing.
The decision to go with 5 seniors in the starting lineup tonight, I just want to know what went into that, and was that a team decision, or did you make that call, or what was the
No, decision? I made that call, and I would do it again. I asked those guys to set the tone. At first I spoke with the guys that, kind of earned that starting nod, and they were 100% all in on it. That's the type of guys we have between Mike and Jake and Ezra. I didn't have to argue with them. They said, say less. Those guys deserve to start and set the tone. So if you're asking if I regret that, I'll never regret that decision. I wanted them to set the tone, and that's rightfully so.
Coach, obviously a tough loss to finish up the home slate, but you've still got the BYU game on Saturday, the rivalry game. You've still got the tournament. What's kind of the message for these guys, just saying, hey, it's not over?
Yeah, that one stung, and it's gonna sting for 24-plus hours, and tomorrow will be a day off for those guys, and this time of year, that's as good as a really good hard day of prep. Guys need to get away from it and have a mental day and get their legs under them. And but I don't worry about these guys in terms of how they'll approach coming in and be business as usual on Thursday. So we got a bunch of professional kids and they're fighting for one another. I don't see anybody straying, and there's an easy situation for a lot of guys to stray. And like I told them, I said, the staff members have been the same way. A lot of them could be, looking to the future and figuring out what their next move is through this situation, but they're not. They're grinding as hard as they've ever grinded, trying to figure it out. And a lot of guys are put in a different position that they've ever been put in because we're shorthanded to coach. So a lot of people have had to step up on the staff, and I'm mighty proud for the way they've handled it as well.
Gabe, just knowing this was your last game in the Huntsman, kind of what are the emotions that you're kind of feeling right now?
I mean, you always want to go out and win, so obviously that sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this place, man. It's been fun to play here and have a lot of good memories, and it'll been a fun one to win, but that's just life sometimes.
Just kind of what did you think about the effort of your team tonight? I mean, obviously this one had a lot of going back and forth in it, a lot of big shots on both sides.
Yeah, no, it was a competitive game for sure. I mean, it just comes down to turnovers. I had 4 turnovers, 16 as a team, and we talked a lot about you guys win the possession battle, and I think they had like 11 more shots than us or something, 7 more shots than us. But yeah, I mean, just got to take care of that ball, and I'll be the first one to say I got to be better at that.
What did you think about Javon Small tonight? He made a couple big plays there in last couple minutes.
Yeah, no, he's a really good player, and he's top of our scouting report, and good players are gonna make big time shots. So he did that, came in clutch for him, and just tip the hat to him.
Obviously, there's kind of an air of finality here with this being the last home game, but you guys still have another regular season game in the conference tournament. So how do you guys keep focused going into the last stretch of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we just try to tell everybody, like, whatever you're doing next, that's going to come. So just try to stay as present as you can. I mean, rivalry games are rivalry games. Anything happens. So just got to be ready to go. And, if you're not ready to go in a game like that, then something's wrong with you. I mean, it's just those ones are fun to play in, and they're obviously playing the best basketball they've played all year. So it's going to be tough, but you just got to be ready to go, come in on Thursday, and start looking forward to that.